Hi everyone, I'm Kim Kieber, FCSS Outcome Measures Trainer, and this quick video is just to go over how to accurately complete the columns about senior, AISH, low income, or resident. So a lot of folks are having challenges with this section, and this section is actually quite critical because it provides us at the very end the total number of tax returns filed. So it's important that we all complete this section accurately. So how this works is if someone is a senior, you put 1 under a senior, and then you do not put anything anywhere else. So if they're a senior and they're low income, you do not do that. So there should only be number 1 on each row. And there is one exception, and I'll get to that in a moment. The other thing is do not put an X, because an X does not get totaled. If it'll scroll, see, it still only shows 1. So we have to use numbers. We use the number 1. So how this works, again, if they're a senior, you mark them down as senior. Doesn't matter if they're AISH, low income, or resident, you leave that blank. If they are not a senior and they are on AISH, you put a 1 under AISH. If they happen to also be low income or resident, doesn't matter, you leave those blank. If they are not a senior and they are not on AISH, but they are low income, you put a 1 under there and you leave the rest blank. And finally, if they're not a senior, they're not on AISH, and they're not low income, then you mark them off as a resident. The exception to this is if there is a co-file situation where a couple co-files their taxes. So in that situation, what you will see is under the tax year, you will say co-file 2022. These 3 columns here are about community of residence. So then you would put the number 2 because it's 2 people. And then under here, the total should be 2. So in this situation, if they're both seniors, you put a 2. If we have another co-file situation and that one is a senior and one is a resident, you just put 1 under each. So the key is that however many, whatever the number is under community of residence should total here. This should never total more than 2. And it should only total 2 for these 4 columns if and only if it's a co-file situation. So again, the reason why this is so important is because these totals, just quickly scroll to the very bottom, tell us how many total tax returns were filed. So if we do that section inaccurately, it's really, really skewing our results. So hopefully that helps clarify things. Thanks, everyone.